Hi fam, how you doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of coming, seeing this video, seeing my channel, see my face, please do well to subscribe and stay glued to this channel. Trust me, you're going to learn things that will add value to your life. And if you're my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. So today's video, just like I said in my previous video, I'm going to be talking about how to handle colic, okay? How to overcome colic in your baby, how to even stop colic is possible. Yes, it's possible, because for me I can say practically it stopped. My previous babies, it lasted for months. Okay, someone may say, what is colic? Colic is this excessive crying in a newborn baby, with no obvious reasons. Babies just keep crying and crying. It comes suddenly and can stay for around 4 months. It stops. But my first baby, it lasted more than 4 months. Okay, so colic is something that can be traumatizing. If you're a first time mom watching this video, you are going through a colic baby, I wish you well, and you may tend to try these tips and it will help you. Okay, so I'm going to quickly talk about the things that I did, my own experience now, my practical experience, and then also I'll read out some things that I saw online that can help a woman cope, because it's draining, it's traumatizing, it's emotionally breaking to have a colic baby. All right, so what I did that helped me, my baby is breastfed. I'm breastfeeding. I breastfeed my children till 6 months completely before I introduce them to solid or formula, whatever. So, and my previous babies, I did express my breast milk because I lactated very well. I expressed, and I had the ones I stored till even after breastfeeding, I was using it in their food. But this time around, while I was trying to get over the colic, I tried to express. First time it was in the hospital, and I noticed that my baby sucked it, the bottle, and was crying, unnecessarily crying. I was wondering. So what I did was to put my mind down and check. I noticed that breastfeeding babies often, which I did, breastfeeding babies often helps them to overcome colic. You know, they tell you if a baby is crying, all those pacifiers. So people give their children pacifier. I don't do that. In fact, I tried to give my baby pacifier to see how she's going to react. And the way she reacted, she was like, "Ah," she didn't take it. This is yucky, that kind of expression. She didn't take it. And my previous babies, I don't give them pacifier because that thing also makes them to suck in air. We know what causes colic. This is discomfort in the baby's belly. It's caused by gas. When the baby takes in unnecessary gas, takes in gas, it stores there and it pains them, their tummy. So now when I had to sit and analyze what causes this gas, I had to check for a way to overcome my baby taking in gas. And guys, that's what worked for me. Number one, what I did was I only gave her my breast. I didn't introduce, bottle. I didn't put my breast milk in bottle to feed her. No. I only gave her my breast, because sucking the bottle, there's no how they will not suck in air, no matter how careful you are. So all I did was to only my baby, only breast I'm giving her. And now another thing again, number two is this: I try not to allow overactive leg down. What do I mean? Oversupply. Sometimes we get engulfed, maybe baby is sleeping, you've not is so full, and the baby is sucking and is pumping. I noticed it too when she sucked and the tune was so much, and I noticed it was girl, all those girl, just trying to catch up with the flow of their breast milk. Afterwards, my baby was discomforted. Why? There was gas going in and she was coughing that. So all I did was to eliminate, overactive leg down, eliminate too much supply. So before I give, I massage. If it means expressing it to pray, well, I do that. Okay, but I didn't have to express to pray. You know what I did? The third thing I did was this: I gave her breast often and on, whether she was crying for food or not. They tell you to give your baby pacifier. It helps to calm them down. So some babies it does. Okay, when baby is crying. Another thing again is that sucking suits your baby. Sucking comforts your baby. So you may want to. It takes time, mommy. You have to be patient. Trust me. You have to just be patient. And somebody may say, stop giving your baby too much food. Make them to be too much attention. Make them no. My mom told me before I left the house that if my baby cries before I give him or her food, the baby will grow up thinking that he has to cry before he gets everything he wants, and that is bad. So I said for my first baby, I don't let my children cry before I give them food. No. So all I do is, for this my baby girl now, I was breastfeeding her often and on. Okay, because I discovered that sucking suits them, sucking comforts them. So While give her pacifier, all I did was to give her breast milk. So by so doing, I didn't have time, didn't have room for all those and government and all of that. No. So you have to try your best. I know it's still demanding, you have other things to do. Try your best to breastfeed your baby often and on. And don't let overactive leg down. That is too much supply, which can cause the baby to suck in gas, cause the baby to suck in air. You may say, I'm not lactating well, so I'm giving formula. If you are doing that, then try, in a way that gas doesn't come. There's a way you can put the bottle in your baby's mouth so that the whole milk comes and there's no room for gas, to penetrate, out for baby to suck. Also, try your best. My other babies, I can give them food finish. I keep them in the bed and all of those. But this one, I made sure she popped. Poppy your baby. After giving baby food, I will just show you this now. You carry your baby, and pat the baby back till the baby was really weak back. Whether it's breast milk or formula. I did this to my baby. Every time I fed her till this day, every time I fed my baby, I made sure she was brought out the gas. She had to like walk. And you see the baby. My baby, especially my first son, I'll just breastfeed, finish feed, and then keep baby. Sometimes you see baby vomit. Some babies, some mommies be like, my child after eating vomit. It's because baby did not go. So try open your baby every time after giving food. Feed baby well. Okay? But I know when you're patting this, the stomach, the pressure of your hand and to your body helps you eat. These are the things that I did, and I noticed that my baby was getting better. Now, they also tell you about diet. Mommy's diet can also affect. I had to start checking my food because I was taking milk. I went through C-section, yeah. So I was giving milk. I was like, milk causes gas. So why the hospital giving me milk? They said these are things I need to heal quick. So I didn't want to eliminate milk, and I needed milk as a breastfeeding mom. So there's some dietaries you may have to check. So what I did, I noticed I was eating like egg. I took egg often and on, so I had to cut down on egg. I noticed a change. I had to cut down on nuts, some nuts, like peanut butter, peanut nuts, nuts. Yeah, I had to cut down on that, and like that, I was just eliminating some stuffs, and I noticed it worked. And I stayed away from garbage. I know it worked. I stayed away from broccoli. Those things are things that causes gas. I just had to stay away from those vegetables for now, and it really helped me. Trust me. I'm giving this testimony. My previous babies, we had to deal with the crying. You as a mom, sometimes you too you cry when babies are discomforted. Trust me. If you are going through handling a baby, a colic baby, God will help you. It's something that is so emotional. You see some mothers out of anger, out of pain, out of frustration, they shake the baby. Those shakings are not good. If you can lie your baby on their tummy, good and fine. I noticed that my baby, whenever I lay down her tummy, my previous children, I lay them on their tummy, they sleep well. But this one was never accepting to stay on her tummy. The moment she sleeps, put on her tummy, she wakes up, she's smoking. I didn't want to take chances because those things can cause infant death. If her brothers slept well on their tummy and she can, I don't want to force it. And that's why I keep telling mothers, know what works for you. Don't let people tell you what to do. Some people tell you, say, put the baby down. Don't do this, don't do that. Please know what works for you and use it. Don't listen to those people that their own children, and even your own baby self, what work for this baby today may not work for her tomorrow. Okay? So know what works. Study your baby and study yourself. Know what you can take, what your baby can take. Don't force anything. My other babies, I put them on their stomach, they sleep peacefully, no problem. This one now, she refused to, and I'm not forcing her. Some people will tell you, don't go and be carrying your baby when she start crying like that. That your baby will be spoiled or feel every time be demanding. It's not true. Okay. Then the next point that I want to talk about here is how do you cope with colic? Since the exact cause of colic is a mystery, there isn't a specific treatment. There are things you can do, but note that what works for one baby does not always work for another. Additionally, what works for your baby one day doesn't work the next day. Okay, so now here are some of the ways you can try to reduce colic in your breastfed baby. Say number one, respond quickly. Honestly, responding quickly to your baby's cry will not spoil your child or encourage them to cry more for attention. Instead, by reaching to your child right away, You will make them feel secure and safe, and you will show them they can trust you, to be there for them at any time if they need you. That is it. That is what I do. Don't let people tell you that you're going to spoil your child. Next one said, breastfeed more. If your baby is crying for, okay, that's what I told you. Offer them breast, even if you don't think they are hungry. That's what I did. This seems to work for me. I'm sharing my experience with you guys. Bump your baby. Breastfed babies don't always need to be bumped after feeding, but a forceful letdown or robust milk supply can cause them to take in extra air. That's what I'm talking about. Overactive letdown that I had, it can cause that. Okay, since colic is associated with gas, bumping is what they try. Okay, then hold your baby. Fusy and colic babies need to be held and comforted more than calmer infant. Try placing your baby in the colic hold. You know how you hold. I can just show us now. It helps. Use gentle movements. Try some gentle rocking and infant swing. So I had that. Sometimes I put my baby in that her swing, and it rocks her as well. Okay, swing can also help, but make sure baby is not crying, because crying makes children to also take in air. Even as an adult, crying. I'm going to make a video on how to get healed from CS without bloating. I did that. It worked for me. Crying makes babies to take in air. So you avoid anything that is making a baby to cry. Make sure when they are in the swing that they are not crying, because if they are, they will also be taking in air, which is not good for them. Okay, where your baby may cry less if you hold them close to your body. However, if you hold your baby all day, you may not be able to get anything done. For the best of both worlds, use an infant carrier or a sling to hold your baby close and your hands free. Trust me, you can back your baby, carry baby on your back, carry baby with the baby's carrier. I have the carrier for front, and I use wrappers. African mom, tie the baby. It helps the baby clung to you. Your hands are free and can get some things, done. Then now let's talk about what take care of yourself too. How to care for yourself too. I know you're also going through some emotions. So babies with colic can, cry non-stop. It can be emotionally and physically draining on you as you hold, rock, walk, and try to comfort your child for hours without any result. Trust me, I have gone through that. Okay, you may even find yourself crying right along with your baby as you wrestle with feelings of frustration, stress, helplessness, and it is important that you look after your own self too. Okay, you have to. How do you look after yourself as a mom handling a colic baby? First thing, be kind to yourself. Just be kind to yourself. Colic isn't your fault, or your baby's. It's not even your baby's fault, and you are not a bad parent. In fact, many other parents are in the same boat with you. We are all together. This time around, I had to cry, say, God, why this baby is going through this? Let me even go through it. Let it come to me. That's what I was even praying. Let this colleague leave this baby and let me suffer it for her. So you can imagine that. So second thing, say, whenever possible, take a break. Ask your partner, a relative, a friend, or a caregiver to watch the baby for a while you get some moment away. A walk in the fresh air, a shower, or even a trip to the grocery store may even, it will help you. That's if you have help to look after your baby. Here, I don't have help. My husband is around. He helps me. But trust me, at the time my husband traveled, he left Kuwait. He was in Abu Dhabi for like a month. So you can imagine, new mom. And I just finished giving birth, just barely a month, and then he's out. I had to handle that with the other children. And they're all demanding. They're going to school. How was I coping? So if you don't have that help, don't kill yourself. Try and know what works for you. Okay, if you see me taking my showers, I may do a video on a day in my life. You see me taking shower, how to tiptoe and quickly, everything fast. Just know what works for you and make out time for you to do this. So if you're first time mom, try any of these tips and see if it works. If they are food you're eating, you can start cutting down one after the other and see if it will help you. Please like this video, just give it a like. Thank you so much for watching. Leave in the comment section for me what you think other women can do to, take care of themselves and also to handle colics in their babies. Are you a first-time mom? Are you a mom with other children? What do you do? What helps you? Let's share and help others. God bless you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you're at home. See your girl. Eat love. That's our postnatal body. We are coming down. Yeah.